as Vedic meditators, when we learn to meditate, we're told that to get the best benefits out of meditation, we want to do it twice a day. And if you're anything like me, when you heard that, you would have been like, what? You're lucky that I'm doing this for even 5 minutes a day, let alone for 20 minutes twice a day. But I guess what you learn, the more you practice and the more you do the second meditation, is that it's the second meditation of the day which is the more enjoyable one. So the way I see it is, for me personally, and from the reports of lots of students, is that the first meditation of the day is almost always the more shallow one. I call it the functional meditation. It's the one where you sit down, you've had that deep rest during sleep, and the first one of the day is more about ordering your thoughts. It's more about getting yourself primed to be more focused and more productive. So it's very much the work-like meditation. For me, the functional one. And for me, it's often like I've been operating the day before, and I've woken up in the morning, and it's like my internet browser, my Chrome browser, is still full of all the tabs that I had open at the end of the day before. So then my meditation, because it's very thought-filled, it becomes just going through those tabs. And as you go through each tab, it's kind of like you're shutting them down. So the idea here is that, when you have lots of browser tabs open, your browser's going to work slower. You've got 50 tabs open, you're going to be really struggling to open up a web page. So it's the same with our mental browsers. If we've got 50 things open from yesterday, like, you've got Flight Centre open for those tickets you're looking for Christmas, you've got Facebook open, you've got, some YouTube videos you're watching, you've got, 20 work-related things, they're all going to be using up your processing power. So the morning one's the functional one, where we go through those tabs and we mentally close them down. And we close them down just by allowing them to release during the meditation. And when we realize, where's my mantra? I'm supposed to be meditating here. We just let that thought go and come back to the mantra. So that's the first one of the day. The second one that we ideally fit in anywhere between 2:30 in the afternoon and dinner time, whenever you have dinner. The second one is about, we've had that productive first part of the day, and then we're kind of starting to tire. Our batteries are running low and we need to recharge. So if we don't recharge, we tend to just fizzle out into the evening, and that's why you find yourself going home, vegging out, watching Netflix, having a glass of wine, that kind of thing. You're really winding down for the day. But if around 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, you can find time for that second meditation, it means you're going inside and you're reinvigorating yourself. So if the first meditation of the day is the functional one, the second one for me and for lots of other people is really the enjoyable one. It's the one where you're much more likely to have deeper experiences, because you've expended so much energy during the day that your body is ready for a rest. It's ready to shut down. So if the morning one's about closing the browser tabs, the second one's more about restarting your whole computer, your whole mental computer, shutting it down and restarting it. So in the evening one, I often find that I'll start thinking the mantra and then boom, I'm gone. And I very, very rarely get that experience with the morning meditation. So if you're only doing the morning meditation, you're getting a very skewed view of meditation. It's easy for you to think that you're not very good at meditating because you don't often get these deeper experiences. But if you manage to schedule the second one in, you'll start getting more of these deep experiences. You'll start feeling more tangible benefits, because it's the afternoon, evening one where afterwards you're likely to feel, a second wind of energy, and you're going to have more stamina to carry on into the evening, whatever your evening activities may be. So that's why we do the second one. Now, the second point we covered the other day was about how to fit this in. So it can often be quite intimidating with that 20-minute second meditation. So if you're really struggling with that, I would recommend starting with a 10-minute meditation. Just if you're not able to do the 20, try with a 10. We don't want to go less than 10, but 10 is perfectly acceptable, and it's way, way better than not doing it at all. So rather than setting yourself the the insurmountable task of a 20-minute one, try a 10-minute one. And also try varying it. It doesn't have to be when you get home, it doesn't have to be on the bus. You can try doing it at 3 in the afternoon. So instead of going for a coffee, instead walk outside with your colleagues, find a seat to sit somewhere and do a 10-minute one there. I can guarantee you won't be missed from the office, and you'll bring so much more vitality to that second part of your day that it'll be well worth it for your company. So give that second meditation a go. It's really worth it, and it will really start to progress your practice. So we do the twice a day because the first one of the day is clearing out the stresses that we've built up the day before. That's why we're going through, we're closing those browser tabs. The second one of the day is really where we start to make leaps forward. That's where we're taking out more stress than we've put in. First one of the day, taking out the stress from yesterday. Second one of the day, really working through that backlog. So remember, we have that backlog of stress and fatigue that we carry around with us, our psychological baggage, our emotional baggage. It's in that second meditation that we can really start working through that. So I really encourage you to give the second meditation a go.